Hey everybody, welcome back to Shaker's 240 with me, Shaker, and the 240. What we're going to be doing is mostly electrical over the next couple days. We have to mount the boost solenoid, we have to tidy up the mess underneath the dash for the wiring harness there, as well as a couple other things. We have to do a turbo drain line back to the oil pan, turbo feed line for the oil, and tighten up the coolant lines going to the turbo, as well as a few other odds and ends. And we got a Mishimoto coolant reservoir to install as well. So like I said, we'll be doing this over the next couple of days. Let me take you in and show you around on what we're going to get started with. These are some of the tools that we'll be using. Okay, so we're under the hood. Under here we have to tighten up the coolant lines going to the turbo, and the turbo feed oil line has to be hooked up, but the fitting isn't here until tomorrow for that. Over here we have the boost solenoid to mount, an electrical piece to fix. Popping over the other side, we gotta cut this brake booster hose, vacuum hose, and made it with this one down here. The jumper that we're gonna make is going in here. And then we got this mess to clean up in the dash. Okay, so there we are. Let's jump in and I'll take you along as I go. Now that we have the boost solenoid mounted, the air intake's back on, the coolant lines are tight, I've put a oil drain hose on the drain for the turbo to the oil pan. I do have to put some heat shield on that still. We've put the blow off valve over here because this is where the connection was for it on this kit that I bought. I am going to get it moved over to the cold side. Let's go ahead and install the coolant reservoir now. What are we getting here? Got our hose, pamphlet, tank, bracket, bolts, clamps. Looks like it's everything that we're going to need. There we go. Okay, so the only part we got mounted for that was the hose. What we're gonna do is put this here. It's gonna end up going like that, but we have to cut a hole to make it fit first. So let's jump inside and tidy up some wiring. We got the wipers and light controls back in. Harness is all routed, and I've used that for a ground down there for the boost gauge, and it's wired into the main harness. So let's see if the boost gauge comes on. Nice. So tomorrow we'll go ahead and finish up tidying all this wire up, putting it back, trying to maybe get some, maybe even put the dash back in. Daylight's running out and it's getting near supper time, so we'll continue the rest tomorrow. The fitting for the turbo oil feed line is supposed to be here tomorrow, so we can get that in, and I think we might be able to start it tomorrow. Just maybe. I mean, I don't see anything else that's holding us back, so yeah, maybe we'll try that. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Hey, we're back out in the garage. It's the second day, and we're gonna get started. The fitting came for the turbo oil feed line, so hopefully that fits. We're gonna get the coolant reservoir mounted and then jump inside for some more stuff. And coming into where we're gonna mount the tank, a couple holes in the behind the headlight there, and then the tank will sit down beside the cold pipe. There's the coolant reservoir tank installed. It will need more adjustments, that is 100% for sure. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and get that relay jumped with a fuse. Hey, we're underneath the car, and hopefully we're gonna get this fitting in for the turbo oil feed, which is right up there. Really hope this fits. We gotta connect that oil line right there. Now that we finished up with stuff underneath the hood, we've moved back inside. Now we're going to clean up this wiring, get it put back where it's supposed to be, and maybe get the engine primed. Let's jump in it. Okay, so we've got the wire cleaned up enough. I've got the pump fuels disconnected and the fuel injectors disconnected. I guess I didn't need to do both, but I did. I don't know if we'll get oil pressure to this or not, if it's hooked up right. We'll see. So I'm just going to go ahead and prime the oil pressure and see if we can't get that started. Not seeing any oil pressure. Alright folks, this is going to be the first actual start, if it works, on the 95 240 SX with the SR240 DET. I hope it works. Well, there we have it. That's the first start of the SR240. It's a little smoky in here. Definitely needs timing set and probably a few other touches, but it ran. That was awesome. So happy. That's gonna finish it up for the day. It's getting late again, and we made some progress. We got the wiring all tucked back in, the dash in, cluster. So that's kind of nice. Looks like a car sort of in here again. Tomorrow I'm gonna vacuum the floors out, get all the junk off the floors, and then I'll put the seat back in the driver's side and get them both bolted down properly. And after that, I think it's time to go to the shop for some fabrication and tuning. I don't have a timing light here, so might as well just all get that done at the shop. Until then, we'll see you on the next project. Have a great day. So awesome it worked. Can't wait. Let's try this. We'll see you next time.